All right, the button has been pressed, and there's been a few seconds without the light going red, so we're all set and ready to go for another Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming as we continue our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30. I am, as always, Bograt,
I am the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
and we'll see how stable the connection is for the ludicrous multi-step streaming to streaming to streaming process we have going here, which is what was causing the slight issues last week, although, again, by the end of last week's session, they had cleared up, so... And they haven't surfaced yet today, which they were pretty quick to show up last time, so we'll see. But yeah, we got a few onboard
We sure do.
talkie missions to get through.
Okay, I just love this one.
Yes. I don't know what you think could possibly go wrong.
Well, okay.
Look, man, you're a team of three, we're a team of three. It makes sense. You could mentor us.
You guys use the colors red, blue, and green. We use the colors red, blue, and green.
Oh no.
Sort of.
Yellow.
And their outfits.
Oh. Okay, they're...
Vaguely in their outfits. I'm stretching here, okay?
Yeah, like, Hayato doesn't really have a specific primary color to his outfit. He's got a blue vest, I guess.
Blue
Close
vest
enough.
and like a salmon shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that response. Say what?
This was means to be responsible. I think I'm breaking out in hives. That is a great 1,000-yard stare right there. It's like,
So between streams, I did do a couple front missions. Just to basically solo field Uso, get him a few extra kills. So he's only like 5 short now of where we need him. This did also get us enough money that you'll notice, Vince, when we go in, all but one of our units now. Basically, there's one that needs just 1 point put in left to max it out to 10.
Okay.
So I looped back around and started raising weapon levels to 4.
Okay.
We are starting to get to the point where that's going to start becoming necessary.
Yeah.
At least if we want to continue being able to like one-shot trash with a lot of units.
It does make going through the missions easier, I guess, if you're one-shot and trash.
Yeah.
Some of those G-Gen missions stretched on. 'cause-
Also spent some MXP on maxing out the ranged combat one, so all ranged weapons are now like plus 300 or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Since we seem to use a lot more range than we do CQB. Just kind of in general.
Sort of yes and sort of no.
I mean, it is very unit by unit, but most of our heavy hitters are... Most of our heavy hitters don't really need the plus 300 power. The ones that we use that do need the boost are more range focused, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, because the ones that are like pretty much pure melee tend to be like
They're already like...
Shin Getter Dragon.
Yeah, like they already have like a 7,500 to 8,000 base power attack. It's like, who fucking cares?
I will grab it anyways.
We will eventually, yeah, but it was just the ranged one is going to be more helpful to us because the units we have that do use ranged stuff need the help way more than our melees.
Okay.
You have the mass production uprising. Could do. Or mission.
Yeah.
I actually do kind of like this one. It's pretty interesting. Like again, with the understanding that the onboard missions are not technically like story relevant per se, they're just sort of a like, May also notice Uzo picked up a few levels from doing that.
Yeah.
I think he is currently our highest level unit.
Not really surprising.
I mean, granted, it's by like a level because I think somebody was already 65, but yeah, the old guy was already 65.
65, yeah.
As is Shin Getter Dragon.
Yeah.
But still, he was like 2 or 3 levels behind, and now he's ahead by 1 of everybody else. So. I do have another game that is a possibility for us to follow up Super Robot Sundays. Now, mind you, it is dependent upon how far they progress along their roadmap by the time we're done with 30. But again, by the time we're done with 30 is a heavy statement, so they got plenty of time to get there. So there is a mobile game called Iron Saga. And Iron Saga is one of those, you know, generic auto battler RPG kind of games.
Yeah.
But it's all based around mecha. They have a bunch of original mecha. They've also done collabs with a bunch of stuff and all that. And they actually just released a game called Iron Saga Versus, following in the vein of several other of the sort of, you know, mobile gacha kind of games. They made a fighting game. And the fighting game has a handful of their original mecha in it, but also already where it just launched now, where it's, again, it's in... They're not technically classifying it as early access, but they're saying like, hey, we're putting the game out. It is fully playable, but we have plans for a lot of stuff to go from here. We have a whole roadmap of everything that's going to happen. We have, you know, this, that, and the other. But within the roster contained for the launch game is Mazinger Z, Great Mazinger, Getter Robo, Dan Kuga, and Boss Borat. And his boss robot. So those are all playable characters in this fighting game. Thing is, one of the things on their roadmap is a full like SRPG like story mode to play through this game. Very similar in vein to something like a Super Robot Wars game, wherein when you go into the combats, you then do the fighting game fights.
That's kind of cool.
Also, we already know that they already have like 4 DLCs announced, 2 of which are free, 2 of which are paid. But it's going to be Shin Getter Robo, Black Getter. I don't remember what the third one was, and then Zeo Rhymer of the Heavens of all fucking things, like fucking random as shit. But yeah, so they're going to be adding more and more, and because it's that whole like they're still running the mobile game and all of that, and they're also doing the fighting game. So realistically, moving forward, there's probably going to be more and more opportunity for more, add-in guest characters like that as they from now on, basically, when they make deals to try and do collabs for the mobile game, they're also going to try and make collabs for the fighting game as well to add more and more notable mecha. So definitely one I'm keeping an eye on. I've been playing it. I actually have a fight stick coming here later today because I cannot put up with trying to play fighting games with a fucking Xbox controller D-pad.
D-pads haven't been good for fighting games in forever.
That's incorrect. PlayStation D-pads are perfectly fine. The positioning and style of the Xbox D-pad makes it really bad for fighting games.
Yeah, the thumb is in the wrong position and they're inset, which is the...
The thumb is in the wrong position, they're inset, and they're not actually like distinct buttons.
Yes, that is why I...
Again, PlayStation
You're right,
PlayStation D-pads are still distinct actual buttons, and also they're in the upper position where the thumbstick is for Xbox, meaning that you have a lot more range of motion and a lot more thing. Because the problem is that the left thumbstick does the same thing as the D-pad does. So if you go to do a motion on the D-pad on an Xbox controller, you will bump the thumbstick and input an incorrect direction if you're trying to do things quickly.
Yeah. That's actually partially the reason why I'm a fan of the Xbox controller for the analog stick, is where the left analog stick feels far more comfortable for me. So yes, that also makes sense why the Xbox D-pad is such a bad one to use.
Yeah, it's just, to me, the thing that you have to think about is the thumbstick and D-pad orientation on the Xbox controller means that if you're trying to use the D-pad, you're going to bump the thumbstick.
Yep.
The D-pad and analog stick set up on the PlayStation controller, if you're trying to use the D-pad, you're not going to bump the thumbstick. If you're trying to use the thumbstick, you're not going to bump the D-pad. It is just a better layout, in my opinion.
I mean, to be fair, the only system I tend to play fighting games on...
Oh, I just mean in
is the-
general. I'm not even talking about for fighting games. I mean, for fighting games, it's undeniably better, but...
Yeah.
I mean, also just because the actual, response time of the D-pad and stuff like that. Like the Xbox controller from the very get-go was basically designed with the idea of who cares, who needs to use a D-pad ever anymore?
Yeah.
It's all thumbsticks. But yeah, basically what it came down to was I was going through. There's a few different single-player kind of modes. There's obviously the regular arcade mode. There's also essentially sort of a tiered tower sort of challenge mode where every tier has 5 or 6 different challenges to do. Most of them are just hey, fight this enemy, score a certain amount, maybe beat them with a certain character or whatever. But among them are usually combo challenges, and they have hey, you have to do this sequence of moves. You have an unlimited time. You can go at it as long as you want to pull off the combo challenge, but it is, hey, pull off this combo with the timing and all that. And on the very first level of the tower, the last combo challenge involved a Dragon Punch motion, and I almost decided that it would be easier to go into the garage and bash my ball sack in with a hammer than try and do a Dragon Punch on an Xbox D-pad.
That's fair.
I managed to pull it off. It only took me 45 minutes.
Now you have me trying to do it.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's...
No. The Xbox controller was designed for console shooters and pretty much nothing else.
Yeah, that was their primary focus in design, which again makes sense that you would prioritize the thumbstick for that. Absolutely, I get it. But it is just almost any other, any sort of game where precise control is really important. As far as distinct inputs, it's awful. Precision for aiming, sure, that's, thumbsticks, absolutely. But if you need to distinctly input left, down, down, left,
Go, Cheerbot, go.
hey, he sometimes uses Wish.
No, Wish is actually The main character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I just knew it was somebody on Shinkalion.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Oh,
actually
yeah, he
has
has
a wish.
wish. But yeah, so we'll see how that develops. And if that comes together in time and is solid, that is a possibility for Super Robot Sundays as well.
Yeah.
Sounds neat.
It does have gotcha elements to it, but as far as I can tell, they are entirely cosmetics.
Okay. That's
Oh, yeah, no.
fine then.
Like, I have no problem with gotcha
It's literally
cosmetics.
like emblems and like backgrounds and stuff for your profile picture on the thing. There does not seem to be any indication that actual like characters or like as in like, you know, actual fighters or any like moves or anything like that will be gotcha locked.
Yeah.
There will be paid DLC,
Get
but
a fighter
I'm
that
fine with that.
gotcha locked moves. That'd be awful.
Ugh.
they've done it. I'm not kidding.
That's disgusting.
Basically, so it didn't explicitly gotcha lock moves, but what it did was there have been a few fighters where a given character was available at different tiers, and depending on what tier you had, they had more moves available. So like the UR version of a character would have a much longer move list than the R version or the like N version. And so it was gotcha to see if you have this character's full move roster. They didn't last long because even Japanese players were like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Not the least of which because, especially with fighting games live and die by their tournament scene.
Yep.
And that is a fucking impossible tournament scene to do. Is because, like, how do you even do that? Like,
Have everyone have whatever the best version is, I guess, or pick a particular tier for
well,
it.
right, but my point is like, you can't, like, especially if you're not, like, unless you are the company running the game, running the tournament.
Yeah.
If you're just a regular tournament organizer, what, you sink thousands and thousands of dollars into gotcha pulls to make sure that you unlock everything just to run this tournament? Like, you can't do that.
モビルスーツにスーパーロボットの力を見せてやる集中攻撃だ
And like even then, as like a player, right, you have no control necessarily over what characters you unlock or whatever. So even if you're like, oh, I'm, you know, Ryu clone main, but I have never managed to pull the UR Ryu clone on my own copy, so I can't lab with it.
I can't test these moves. Yeah.
It's like, you know, everybody looks at like fighting game players and like sees things like the Evo prize pools and like the Capcom Cup prize pools and all that. And they're like, oh, these guys, you know, that's so much money. But it's like, yeah, if you're like top 8 in every tournament you go to, you make decent money. Otherwise, you make a living, maybe, depending on where you actually live.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And if you're a Smash player, you're in your parents' basement anyway, so who cares?
We here at Sound Goblin Gaming do not apologize for what Bograt said.
No,
Why would we?
I have no problem with the actual Super Smash Brothers game. Super Smash Brothers, quote-unquote, professional players are the worst human beings on Earth.
There's a reason why Nintendo does not want to run tournaments for that stuff. Even they're like, guys, it's a family game. Calm down.
Smash Brother players would be upset, but they're too busy eating Salacious Crumb right now.
Tatuanga, Captain Falcon. Chuanawanga, Kirby.
Oh, there's stuff down there.
Yeah, there's a pair of kaiju with like 2 a turn.
Crap, I should go down there and kill them.
No, just let us go about our way. We're not doing anything.
No, we got money on who wins the race.
Akane did not make the kaiju aquatic.
Why would she? I don't think there's even a lake in that town.
She could have a lake in that town if she wanted.
She could, but she didn't. Like, I'm pretty sure there is not a lake in that town.
They went to the beach that one time.
They went to the beach once.
I know.
Because it's an anime and therefore required to have a beach episode.
Even then, she didn't make an aquatic kaiju.
I want to see a series have a beach episode where it's all the characters are at the beach, but they're dressed normally. Like they want to go swimming, but they never can.
Yeah, fix that between once we're done with this.
That
We have the one that lets him fly, I'm pretty sure.
What's his underwater movement? Not matter.
Terrain.
安全を確保する抵抗は無駄だ
Gundam has gotten a set of custom that whenever someone pulls a rod out of like a hit or something, I expect it to be a beam saber.
Not a bean saber.
Not an-
It's an actual baton.
Yep, not
Yep.
an actual baton.
The cop.
He's a RoboCop.
Is a RoboCop.
Yeah, see, for me, in my tierings of mecha anime, Gundam is not on the top of the list. Pat Labor is. So
Fair.
for me, when somebody pulls a fucking rod out of their,
It's
out of their
also a baton.
it's a baton.
Also a cop.
It's like an electrified baton, but it's a baton nonetheless.
Technically, Baydecker's is too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's under formation.
Nothing matters much
Option
like
parts.
if I jams it directly.
Not
through
power
something,
parts.
so-
It's option parts. If you're looking for the flight thing, I think it's. Or no,
No,
that's right. You're
it's
doing the what you fuck
The Minovsky.
Minovsky drive.
Yeah, Minovsky Drive. Yeah, grants air rainbow type.
Yeah, it'll make him S air type, and gives him the actual ability to move in air.
10 ray circuit.
Which does speak to me that does verify that the Apex is space locked.
Yes, it is. It's a
Because
Which is unfortunate.
I mean, it makes sense
Yeah.
insofar as terrain locking is a thing that was pretty much added in this game.
Yeah.
Also, if we did not have all these other choices, Wave's hand towards everything else in this game,
Yeah.
I might
Also,
care
like,
more about the
Before you move in, one other thing to remember: we should switch Yona over to the other V2,
Oh.
so that we don't have to keep using the fucking B packs.
Yes, accepted missions where we
Formation, I think it is.
Set dimensions where force deploys them.
Assign.
Sign. Yeah.
I got it's the other way around. You do it.
You pick a
based
unit.
on the unit.
That's
So
right.
find the other V2, which should have
Like the V2
Oliver in it.
slot.
All for-
Not an empty slot.
Oh,
it
that's
actually,
Oliver.
it actually has Oliver as the default, but yeah, put
Yeah.
Yona in it.
Now Oliver can't crash this into something worthlessly.
And technically, any mission that auto deploys the narrative will put him back in the narrative. And I do not, I was like, I do not remember if they actually fixed this game so that it doesn't auto. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it just auto leaves him in there.
It will throw back on the not
Unfortunately.
smart. At a certain point, you stop using the A packs or the B packs, get the C packs for like a mission, and you get the.
I think you get the C packs
You
and
get
the
the
Phoenix in the
C-Packs
same
in the
mission.
mission.
Then
They
you
get the
deploy in
Phoenix.
that mission the C pack, and you get the Fennec, so he's never ending up.
Yeah.
actually deployed the C packs.
Correct.
Because there's zero reason you would ever take narrative with C packs over taking the Fennec.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's a bit of a ways out, anyways. So
Yeah.
that's like I think chapter 9.
It is,
It's
yeah, it's
much
like
later.
chapter 9. Now, now because of how everything works, we definitely want to keep upgrading the narrative because that upgrades
Yes,
the
because
Fenix.
that carries over to the Phoenix and
I
the
guess you could throw
Yeah,
Benager into the narrative if you want.
once we actually get him, yeah,
yeah,
because it is better than the Silver Bullet suppressor.
yeah.
Okay, pick anything that's not infiltrating Zanscare. Yeah, 2 getters will get us.
Another character will actually use. I think this gets us the. My sense of when this comes is off because originally when I got the game, I didn't realize I didn't have one of the DLCs.
Ah,
So I was several chapters later before I actually got the
A bunch of fill-in stuff.
yeah.
So this gets us the other Getter Robo and also gets a Stoner Sunshine.
Okay. Okay, so it comes with Stoner Sunshine effectively.
Well, no. This gets us Stoner Sunshine on the Getter Robo we have currently.
The Getter Robo we have currently doesn't get Stoner Sunshine.
Oh, well. Weird, because the way it's listed here is in green, which is usually
Getter 1 gains Thunder Sunshine with that.
Yeah, Getter 1. That's the other one.
the other Getter Robo. Okay.
Yeah. Ours is Shin Getter Dragon.
That's true, yeah.
We'll get Getter Robo.
And then Getter 1 also gains Stoner Sunshine attack. It's just weird for them to list that separately when it's...
It doesn't start with it in the mission, I guess, but that's still like,
Yeah, it's just a weird wording.
yeah.
Also technically makes sense, because I don't think he ever actually uses Stoner Sunshine in Shin Getter Dragon.
I have yet to watch anything Getter Robo, so I will take your word for it.
I have unfortunately watched too much Getter Robo, so I don't remember which is which half the time.
Sure.
That's why the Heats version we have is from Getter Robo Arc.
Okay, but which of the Getter series they go over the fact that it's the same as Dragonium?
They don't. Ever. Because that's stupid. Keep your cross-ange bullshit out of good anime. Yeah, the other one I'm going to recommend we go into is doing The Man They Call Seven and
An Ace.
for All Seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultraman.
Get 7 and Ace.
Yeah. Get 7, get Ace, and more importantly, get closer to the mission that upgrades Ultraman.
Yeah. We could also do like Iron Bonds, but even though the 2 units from that are good, well, I don't think we're ever actually going to field them.
No.
I'm trying to think for my like hypothetical secondary characters only run if I would let myself use 7 and Ace.
I mean, you know more about that longer than I do.
Well, so the thing about it is, in the series that they're actually from in this, they are secondary characters. But in classic Ultraman, they literally have their own series. There is Ultraman 7 and Ultraman Ace, which are distinct series, which are where the characters are originally from, and they are the main character of those series.
Yeah, but that's not the version this is pulling from technically, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm setting up arbitrary rules for myself anyway, so I have to make the decisions how those arbitrary rules apply in situations.
So is it a character has been a main character as a limitation? Because then you also can't use Guy anymore. Because he's not the main character of the source material that's being used in this game.
I mean, here's the thing. In the long run, I probably wasn't going to end up using Guy anyways, because it's literally I would be putting a lot of effort into a unit. I would have to stop using at a certain point, because once it becomes the final form, Amaru is on that, which means I would have to stop using it.
Fair enough.
So that was less of a consideration.
てめえらに用はねえんだよ。米は任せろ。ゲッタービッ。
Went a little too Final Fantasy on that one.
It's fine, it's fine.
Also, it's a transformer.
Maz and Kaiser. Maz and Kaiser was the other one being added to Iron Saga Versus. Yeah, Shin Getter Robo is coming in mid-June, and Zeoraimer of Heaven is coming in the winter. Those are paid DLC. Maz and Kaiser, Black Getter, and the story mode update are all supposed to be free updates this summer and fall.
Nice.
ここで決着をつけてゲッター2
The Saga story mode is listed as autumn 2025, so we'll see. Okay, that makes sense. Black Getter is not being added as a whole new character. So within the game, when you pick your character, you have what are called arsenals, which is basically it's in the same way that like a lot of games have like different like super move.
Yeah.
You can equip to a given character. So Getter Robo, base Getter Robo has an arsenal, but the arsenal choices for Getter Robo are just Getter 1, Getter 2, Getter 3.
Blackadder's going for that.
Blackadder is going to be a new arsenal for. And Maz and Kaiser is listed as a tournament upgrade, which implies to me that it is probably an upgraded form of Masaru Zeto. Because Shin Getter Robo and Zeoraimer of Heaven are both explicitly called out as new characters on their roadmap. Which also makes sense that those are the paid ones and the free ones are just... So a lot of this stuff is new to me because, as Zinz was commenting, like, yeah, when I first played this game, didn't realize it didn't have one DLC. When I first played this game, DLC wasn't out.
Yeah.
And that's the only completed playthrough I've ever actually done, was a full playthrough of the base game before the DLC actually dropped, so... I did start a playthrough once all the DLC was in, but never actually got fully through it.
The game was already huge, and then the DLC just added so many more missions.
Pretty much. And by the time the DLC dropped, I think there was like a Yakuza game out. Eating my life.
No allowing any Ryomas to get shot down.
No allowing Getter 1, 2, 3 to get shot down, because realistically I don't really have to worry about Shin Getter Dragon.
Yes, realistically, if Shin Getter Dragon is getting shot down, we are in way deeper shit than we have any right to be.
Close. Closer. Yeah, I got much else. Yeah, the Unevolved are actually some of the toughest fought in this game, I think.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, it makes sense given what they are.
Yeah. Well, between that and the fact that they didn't really have much in the way of good competition there.
Yeah, but every single one of the Unevolved was a Getter Robo that failed and ended up, like, their quote-unquote universe was destroyed.
Ah.
That's the whole sort of point of the, Getter Robo de-evolution, is the whole idea is that, like, as I kind of got into before, they were part of a simulation, basically. And they were just running simulations over and over and over again to discover. I don't know the exact. I haven't read the whole thing. It's been a while since I read what I did. It's like basically just like Getter raids research as usual. But the idea is that every time a simulation fails and the Getter team loses, they turn into an unevolved, essentially. And they've run hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of simulations. Which is specifically why when Shin Getter Dragon showed up to the, Getter Robo from De-Evolution, they were like, oh, it's another one. We're not, basically we're immediately aggressive. It's because they are essentially used to fighting other Getter teams.
Right, you also cheer.
Yes, Benkei does in fact have cheer. I want to say either Benkei or Hayato also has Soul, just in case Ryoma runs out of SP to use Valor, I guess.
Soul does more damage. Slightly more damage.
Yes, but I don't think
I
it's...
mean, how much you actually need that is a different question.
Yeah, like-
But oh, that's my guy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you really want to, you can hit Combattler.
It's not gonna do anything.
That should be a team-up move for Combattler, where Dan of Thursday turns into the sword, and then Combattler does the V-slash.
Well, that's the Voltus.
That's
Oh,
Voltes.
Voltes, sorry.
The other V. And yes, there is always the slight annoyance of like enemies whose default colors are black and white, making them relatively indistinguishable from your already moved units, which are gray and black.
Yeah.
Between that and the fact that it had taken damage,
Yeah.
something I'm not used to my units actually doing because stuff tends to explode upon contact, and or if it attacks first, it has like no hit chance on like.
Yeah. Again, we're not used to dealing with the unevolved, which actually like can hit things and their hits actually do damage.
I have to actually pay attention to you guys. Wall. Okay, I can stop paying attention to you guys.
You two are almost as different as can be, honestly. Physically appearance.
One kind of looks like a younger version of the other, actually.
Yeah, it's just post-swole and pre-swole.
I mean, we remember original Getter Robo Ryoma, right?
No.
Yeah, like the one from Armageddon is actually the outlier. Most of them just look like varying levels of young Ryoma there.
I think the only Getter Robo I've ever seen is like...
Well, no, but they had original one in one of the Super Robot, or in one of the other Super Robot Wars games that we played.
Oh my god!
I wasn't
you have
actually
a
involved with
6%
those
hit
frames.
chance.
Wow. That's how you know he's powerful.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
Couldn't take that 6% chance, huh?
Yeah, I think the last Super Robot War game you guys played was like just before my hospitalization or during it. So I was like sleepy all the time.
Yeah, like that's original Get a Robo
What?
Ryoma.
Yeah, it's just everybody uses the Armageddon version because the Armageddon version is cool as shit.
It is.
He big.
Alex, imagine what how much damage would have done if they'd all hit.
I don't know. If they all hit, we wouldn't be launching loose missiles into space because it would be funny.
Those missiles have to go somewhere.
Actually, sorry, no, I'm getting confused. It's not one we've played on stream. Played too many Super Robot Wars games, they all blend together.
Fair.
A Portable has classic Ryoma in it.
Okay.
And it throws me off because I'm so used to Armageddon Ryoma because he's, like, again, Get a Robo Armageddon has been out for like 20 years, so they just kind of default to using him for everything. But when I play A Portable, it's always just really off-putting to see classic Ryoma. Yeah, because A Portable specifically uses Get a Robo G, and the Shin Get a Robo manga. So it has old school Ryoma. Like, the funny thing about it is, the personality is actually still almost exactly the same. Like, that's just how Ryoma has always been. He's a little bit more gruff in the Armageddon version.
That's because he's been in prison for
he's
like
been through prison for like a decade. But as far as the just like, this is actually a wild beast vaguely disguised as a human, that's always just been Ryoma. Which, of course, makes it even weirder with the old look, where he just looks like kind of a generic
Yeah.
mecha pilot.
Like, you could have told me that that was one of the characters from, like, Combat V, and I'd have believed you.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's really funny is Hayato and Benkei / Musashi don't actually look all that different between Armageddon and regular. Like, Hayato is a little broader shouldered in his Armageddon version. That's about it. It is not the drastic difference of Armageddon Ryoma versus Classic Ryoma being literally 3 times the man. Just by volume alone, if nothing else.
Nothing else to do in prison but lift. So he lifted the prison.
Although bucking trends, Ryoma Nagare was in prison for a crime he did commit.
What crime?
Killing Dr. Saotome. He got better.
Okay, fair.
Get a raise.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even bother asking because I just knew that was the answer.
Yeah. Actually barely off with the crit.
Yeah. Alright, which one of you has snipe? Finally.
Glad someone else had the same thought.
Yanks hard out of chest and throws it down the hall. The end of Jitter Pilots.
And thus another universe's team has fallen because they were idiots.
That's fine. Get a race.
Can't just solve all your problems with getaways. Wait, no, you
No,
can't.
I was gonna say, I think we've fairly easily determined that you can solve all of your problems with
Figure shit out later, let's kill.
Anyone else? And back to everything being trash.
Obviously, these things just haven't eaten Getter Race yet. Oblige them.
As soon as they attack a getter unit. So we got most hit 2 of it. Yeah. No, 2, just 1. One of you has Excel. The ninja has Excel, by the way.
All them starfish and beetles and seashells and giant worms knew they were up against the Getters. They did their best. Didn't matter in the end, though. Ryoma and his boys took care of them but good. Yeehaw.
打ち込ませ龍馬言われなくてもそうするつもりだぜ相変わらずだなこいつで蹴りをつけてやるゲッタービー
Okay, there we go. Okay. Sure, could survive diving into units.
Ben?
Okay.
Space Shailu.
Yep. Unlikely event that's going to matter. Where'd I put the train? Okay. Okay.
Probably a fight.
Got on the ship, they started punching each other.
Okay, but why does the virtual world look like you're all drawn from in a manga style?
Okay, now something must be wrong here. You're like breathe ties 3 times the size of a regular human being.
Yeah, there is.
Did you eat another Ryoma?
Nope, just good old-fashioned hot-bloodedness.
Like looking in a mirror. Others still visit dockside bars.
Chaos and pandemonium as a Getter Robo materialized outside of a Waffle House. I'm home! There's just like 6 individual fights going on at Getter Robo's feet. People look up, go back to fighting.
I mean, that's traditional for a Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House, the PvP zone of America.
The reason why people were voting to make it a Tekken stage. Which really confused one of the devs. Oh, the director, yeah.
Don't know, because this is pretty much the end of the DLC. So,
No. Oh well. Fair.
strangely enough, Hayato's fucking DLC is the most involved of all of them. Alright, so... where is Getter 1? Where's Getter 1? How do I not see the cakes?
Not see what?
The cakes.
Cakes.
Yeah, we played like 2 missions, so they're...
There they are.
Okay, there we go.
Makes sense. You don't think to sell them for a while, they just stack up.
Yeah, that's generally how that works.
Well, there's not much we can do. 5,000.
Let's border smash it for destroy. Let's see. Alright, where we want, because that's actually worth shit. Oh, we have a second one. Might as well. We do not have range weapons.
Alright. Fight stick acquired and swapped out with the octagonal gate, so it's actually fucking usable.
Yay!
It's a base gate.
Square.
It's Japanese made.
No. Most arcade cabinets are, so the vast majority of arcade cabinets default to a square base.
I guess that makes sense, but yeah.
And technically speaking, Square Gate is better for most arcade games. Octagonal Gate is specifically better for fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you're somebody who does like shmups, shmup players typically prefer a Square Gate to an Octagonal Gate. But this particular stick, and actually all the Mayflash sticks, they don't even mention it, but they do actually come with both plates. So you can just open them up and swap it out.
Always nice to have options.
Probably 7.
Actually, it's better for us to do those last and go with the rest of the filler missions so they're higher level.
Yeah, fair enough.
We will technically be forced to use them later.
That is true, yeah. The final Ultraman missions do actually use all the Ultramen.
Yeah.
Vegemite. The secret ingredient is Vegemite. Probably the most offensive thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Vegemite's fine.
Especially with a cake. Pretty sure that's vile. Also, there's a reason why they have the phrase that cooking is an art, baking is a
Is
science.
this the cooking battle one?
Yes.
Oh god, do we have an Akane on our hands?
Judging by this crew, we have several.
I mean, I can understand the putting too much sugar in a cake because they think that sweeter is better. That's like a preference thing on their hand. That's not, well, I was out of soy sauce, so I added, oil.
We don't get a con until much later.
Oh boy. How long were you waiting to say that?
You were stop talking.
See, no one notices Ryoma over in the corner just show up with a perfectly square cake, frosted plain white, with just the word cake written on it. And it turns out to be the best thing anyone's ever had. Just do not ask what's in it. He learned how to bake in prison.
Don, no! I'm gonna cover it in ketchup. Oh, wow.
Guys, we bathed a cake and get a raise, and now it's attacking the city. Please help.
Shut up, they're gonna sell this with nice, peaceful violence. That was 3. What can this thing do?
Oh my god, nobody cares.
Yes, because you jumped right into the middle of them. Morons. Okay, no, don't fight over whose fault this is.
They will absolutely fight over whose fault this is.
Oh, thank God, competent people.
Okay, the Elgato auto deployed, it looks like. Better and blind. I'm blind. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Captain.
Hey, go easy on them. No. Direct captain's order. Fuck them up.
I'm not sure. So, that thought.
V2 の翼で
悪い宇宙人に地球を好きにはさせない。やるよレイアス。はーい、炎よ切り裂け。
Oh, you're here too.
And then there's that guy.
I just barely know.
Oh look, a tiny human is approaching me, and oh god.
ウルトラマンは大きさじゃないんだよ。スペシウム光線だったね。
Away!
I mean, no, that's fair.
Let's see. Yes, this one because it's funny.
I don't.
Yeah.
I was told Callan would be in production. Yeah, but it's funnier this way.
Our weapons are robots, and robots, and robots. And a fanatical devotion to robots.
Amongst our weaponry are such diverse elements as robots. I was thinking a problem here.
Get a raise.
Get a raise, yep.
Yeah, no, we have more than robots. We also have mobile suits. And nightmare frames. And...
Bless you.
Rune gods.
And ZVODs, which I'm pretty sure is a test they do in the military.
and Ultraman suits.
That's a little creepy.
I don't think you ever had control of this situation.
You are now. Oh no.
Well, the steakhouse halfway across the world. So why are we getting involved in this? Just shut up and eat your steak.
This is what happens when you try to deploy military idols in an SRW game that doesn't involve Macross.
So the fact that they have a whole idol section here but don't have like Macross Delta in this is a shame.
Any Macross, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, that's not a unique thing to Delta.
No, but Delta is specifically an idol group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Frontier deals with someone trying to become an, well, he does become an idol more or less. And then, of course, you know, there's the original.
Right, we'll just have Lelouch use the gas and make everybody forget they've seen anything here. Couldn't you gas them into liking the idols? Yeah, but that would be cool.
Like, I mean, that's kind of the flip
No,
side.
no,
though.
the
It's
case
like
is
in
limits.
Delta, they are idols, but they're not the pilots.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Trying to think of other than, what was it, 7?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think any of them actually had idols that were pilots as well.
no. Why 7 is the inherently superior Macross.
It's fair.
It is certainly my favorite Macross. At least of the ones I've seen.
I think we never did finish that watch through the original.
Oh no, I went back and I watched
Okay.
the original
Okay.
and the movie. It's like the retelling of it.
The in-universe movie.
Yes, Do You Remember Love is canonically a movie produced in universe about the events of the Zentradi War,
Yes.
but is also treated as the canonical version of the events for later Macross stuff when it conflicts with the original.
Which my theory on that is quite literally just everyone forgot what really happened and all they have for documentation is the movie.
Well, yes, except it's also treated as canonical by characters who were in the Zentradi War.
Under an NDA.
Like, things that come up in Macross 7
Oh, I know.
reference events of the Zentradi War as they were depicted in Do You Remember Love. This is a series where two, they're not main characters, but they are secondary characters. Literally, one of the main characters' parents is Maximilian Genius and Milia.
Yep.
Literally, that entire romance plot is treated as canonical as happened in Do You Remember Love, not the way it happened in the original SDF Macross.
I forget, do you remember Love have the knife fight?
I think so.
Because that was the best part. Really inspiring confidence, guys.
私の前に出てくるんなら
Because nothing says idle like believing a person inside their own god.
It's okay, these aren't people.
Another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go over here.
Ah, yes, every idol group has one person that stands to the side while the other four do the actual work.
Yeah, it's called a manager. So to be fair, the manager's doing all the real work.
Manager's not out there. The manager for the Rinrins has a battleship.
Yep.
Also, one of the members of the battleship, she's not using either.
Yep.
Yeah.
We already stated she's not their manager.
Yep.
Okay, well then fine. One of the members is does have access to a battleship.
Judging from how things seem to be set up, if anyone was their manager at CC.
And I'm pretty sure that the dress driver deployed on this map could solo everything. So that's our thing.
Well, yes, but Mitsuba is the only member of the Rinrins.
Not the rest of the crew.
Not the rest of the crew. This is not the AKB48 anime where it's a space sci-fi.
There's a fair chance that that ship can run itself.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm fairly certain it can.
Yeah, the computer on it's certainly capable of constantly generating new equipment for us.
I mean, also, while this whole mission is funny, they did miss an opportunity. And I'm quite disappointed in CC, frankly. Let's be real here, Maybe is a way funnier choice than Mitsuba.
Maybe when we had that.
Yep.
I mean, they can't
The
hit
problem
it,
is
but
they
they
can
can't do
hit him, yeah.
It's not moving, it can't shoot back, and they still can't fucking hit it. All it's doing is drifting lazily to the left.
It's not even drifting lazily to the left. It's drifting in just in place. And they still can hit it. Okay, you'll report your death when a shot hits. No, you're not, Tamaki. I left, it flew past, it blew up.
No, this game spends its entire time pretending like all the Majestic Prince units are actually worthwhile.
Great, there's 3 of them.
Alright, fine, I'll buy a t-shirt on the way. Jesus.
That's because by them tearing up the stage, they would literally be tearing up the stage. Plank by plank.
異星人の兵器参考に持って帰りたいですね。イカルガの力を見せる時です。全力全開でいきましょう。さあフィナーレでリードを咲かせましょう。イカルガ突撃。やっぱりロボットは最高です。
Orca's like, I have no idea what's going on here, but charge. Give him a bonk. What Mitsuzuki would do.
This is true.
I live my life by what would Mitsuzuki Arcus do? That means I carry a European mace in my car at all times. One of the big round spiky ones.
I looked it up because I was curious. What I was remembering was it's not actually the primary Getter boys. It's the secondary Getter ones, the one from De-Evolution. Ryoma has Valor and Benkei has Bravery, just in case I guess Ryoma runs out of SP from Valor.
I mean, that does sometimes happen. Never know when everything on the board is going to attack only the Getter boys.
Yeah, I remember there was something stupid about the Getter being able to just basically have Valor on every attack forever.
Say that again and you go in the brig.
Didn't notice it before, but the wiki does actually have a specific count. Just so we're clear, for Super Robot Wars 30, it has 62 key scenarios. So already, just key scenarios alone is more than any other Super Robot Wars game, scenario-wise. 166 optional scenarios, and 87 DLC scenarios.
Game is big.
So even before DLC, the game had over 220.
And entirely unnecessary grindable missions.
Yes.
If you want to get everyone to Super Ace.
Yeah, in total with all DLC, it has over 300 scenarios in this game.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing this for a while.
You get through a decent chunk of them every day at least, so.
Yeah.
A, we get through a decent chunk of them every day. B, we've gotten through a lot more than you think already, just because a lot of the optional stuff is front-loaded.
Yeah.
It's all like recruiting the characters and
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. I would say realistically, we're somewhere between a third and halfway done with the game
Yeah.
at this point.
Something around there. A lot of the back half, basically end of series-esque missions are long, as would be predictable because there's a bunch of plot on them.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, deeper into the story, you get fewer optional missions showing up, so...
yeah.
The truth is, you're crap idols, but good mecha pilots.
Like, by the time you get to, like, chapter 9 or 10, I want to say, there's a grand total of, like, 4 or 5 optional scenarios for the entire chapter, as opposed to this one where we, like, did one key scenario, and then it's like, here's, like, 14 optional scenarios.
They definitely front load a lot of the optional scenarios.
Yeah. Though, interestingly enough, I think we already did the longest Gao Guide Gar scenario.
Possibly?
I don't remember any of them having anywhere close to that level of cutscenes.
I think you're technically correct just by virtue of the one at the end of chapter 8 is split into 2 scenarios.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why they didn't actually put as much in to one scenario as they could have.
Yeah. Because, like, there is literally, like, they do the split between, like, dealing with Conqueror King Genesik and then dealing with all the Better Man Cataphract stuff
Yeah.
as 2 separate scenarios rather than one with a break in the middle. All right, that's probably gonna about do us. Maybe check if there's any onboard stuff that's unlocked, but other than that, don't really have time. I think for another full. More of them. We're almost out of it. We got a few of them, but
It's an AOS, more.
unit CP credits and mission completion. We're close on credits.
Yeah,
90%.
real close.
And like AOS update is literally just get the remaining things to half.
Let's get everything to half.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for us today for Super Robot Sundays here in Silent Gauntlet Gaming, as we've been continuing our playthrough Super Robot Wars 30. Join us tomorrow as we continue our Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra Moon Soul Link run, which somehow has managed to still hang on desperately, even though just about every fight at this point, it seems like, tries to end the run. Thursday we'll be going over some more D&D 3.5, and if what Vince was talking about yesterday is any indication, we're going into expanded psionics, so pucker up for that one.
Well, okay. We're going into first Unearthed Arcana, and then maybe
Maybe
Expanded
Expanded
Psionics. We'll probably get through both of them, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, there's not a lot to talk about in expanded psionics,
It's yes and no.
but that'll be for Thursday, and then we'll be right back here next Sunday with more Super Robot Wars 30. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
Ivan Chip.
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.
We're not forming an idol group.